Wow. That's nasty, man.
They learned that from you there.
Yes.
So, we talk a lot. I just got home. He just got home. We were in New York for Fashion Week, and then he had to fly out to go speak at the prisons, and I had to continue to keep working. So, I went up to the Breakfast Club, and I enjoyed it. And
proud of you too.
Thanks, babe. We were just wrapping it up and talking, and I was speaking. Yeah. So when I got back home, he had kind of said something that piggybacked off what I was saying, and I thought it was so dope coming from the male perspective that I felt like the male and the female should hear. So
here's the issue. Submission is supposed to be a beautiful song and dance between two lovers. What's happened is men have abused that power. Forgive me, they've abused that gift. And we have been misled to think that it's something where it's a dominant spirit and we own every decision, we dictate everything, we rule with an iron fist. First of all, that's not love. What happens is, in my marriage, let me not speak for everybody, my marriage, I submit daily to the Most High. I stay in my scriptures. I continue to feed myself with things that help me build my character, to reshape my perspective that was messed up in the streets and dealing with different propaganda and programming and things like that, so that I can come to my wife from a pure position. So when I do that and she sees me and she witnesses over time that it's an authentic demonstration, her heart is moved and softened and compelled to submit to me. Yeah. What does that look like? That doesn't mean that I dictate every decision. I don't walk around the house saying what we're going to spend, how we're going to do it. We talk and we build. And I consider everything that's on her heart, her perspective, her position, her philosophy. I'll carefully weave that into my philosophy to figure out what's the best move for this family, keeping all of that in mind. Now, the moment I start to step outside of righteousness and I start to move from a place of emotion instead of analytics, she has every right to snatch that back, because submission is a gift. When she sees me laying at the foot of the Father, she has no reason to withhold that from me. The problem is this: men are not found in positions of leadership handling it with integrity. How you gonna lead your wife if you can't balance a checkbook? If you don't know what's going on in the stock market? You don't have a sound understanding of the finances. You can't create a budget. You don't understand what's going on in the educational system in your community that's impacting your kids. In order to lead, you got to be so far ahead of your family that by the time they come to you with a situation or a problem, you've already dived into it, done your due diligence so that you can give leadership.
What up, y'all?
Hey, I love that. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Tantalizing Thursday. Another Thursday with Lady Dimples and your boy. Tagline:
you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us, and we appreciate you 100% for being here.
The way live. Eastside.
I love that video.
Hello to everybody in the chat and everybody that will be joining the chat.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Topic.
Yes. So the topic for tonight is, what does submission mean to you? That video was very controversial. Hey, Tay-Gunna. That video was very controversial. A lot of people were talking about that video. I'm talking about everywhere.
Everybody. Yeah. That's because submission to not all women, but some women, that's a bad word. That's like cussing. It's like cussing. Like, I done called you out your name and slapped your mama about 5 or 6 times.
And you
What
don't know how
submit?
many
What?
people have told me that they don't want to submit if I'm with a dude or a female. They got to get with my program. This what I'm tolerating, and this, that, and the third. And I just always say, well, you're always going to be single.
Mm,
If that's what you want, then
mm.
you're always going to be single.
I just dug
Because
what my man said. You start with the father. You know,
absolutely.
start there. That's where it starts. And that's how I am. I'm a man after the father's heart because he after mine. It's
Mm-hmm.
the only place he wants to dwell. He said, I want to sit with you in here in the heart. So clean out the heart and let me in there. And that's what you have to do in that whole submission thing. Both parties got to clean out their hearts of all nonsense and got to be for the father's business and about his business. That submission and understanding what his business is and know that I didn't create the word, I didn't make it, nobody made it, he made it. So your real beef, if you really got beef with the word submission or submissive,
Mm-hmm.
you got to beef with the father.
I was about to say the bad part about it is majority of people have been through bad experiences and they use that as a reason to not want to submit and miss out on your blessing, the person that was sent to you by God for you to be with. But you so bent out of shape and carrying all this other baggage
Hmm,
that you miss out on your good blessing, and because you don't want to submit,
hmm,
you
hmm,
know.
hmm.
And then on the other hand, if you are blessed to get a person, because I'm not going to say woman, I'm going to say a person to submit to you, then you don't abuse that. You know what I mean? You
And
don't
that's
abuse
coming
that.
from a woman.
That's a
Ooh,
gift.
we gonna catch some backlash on this show.
That's a gift. It's just a
Fantasia and
gift.
her husband thought you caught it, boy. Sis, we gonna get it. You gonna have us, boy. You beg, be cussing you out.
I mean, I'm just that girl. Or they stuck in their ways. They do. I'm that girl. I don't want to be the head of my house. I don't want to wear the pants. I don't want to, I don't want to feel like, or I got to dictate or tell my husband whether to know. No, no. I give my husband the money. He pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? He pay the bills, but I get the mail. You know what I'm saying? Like I get the mail. I know what need to be paid, but I don't have to go behind him and check on him to make sure that he in fact did it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
me, I'm different. I'm old now, 50. I got a young wife, and
my husband
shit,
probably feel the
I
same way because
just
he got a
I
young
just send it to her, cash app it, and she does whatever she
Hey,
does with it.
Carissa.
What's up, Charisma in the motherfucking house, East Side, for real. I'm just in reverse. I'm a old school. I don't really know nothing a lot about that shit. So when it come to that online shit, boy, she like it's done. And if I have to do it, it's gonna be like, oh shit, I messed up.
Start over.
And the shit ain't gonna never get done. You know what I'm saying? So shit, my wife fingers is fast. Them motherfuckers like
Oh
so
no, he got it all set up. It's all set up. And if he do need my help, then I am the online girl. So if he do need my help to do something online, he be like, "Can you do this or whatever?" Then I will. But for the most part, he have a handle, and I'm cool with that. Because like I said, I
yes.
don't come home and worry about my lights being off. I don't have to come home with none of that. Like everything is taken care of. Everything is accounted for.
Yes
I don't have
indeed.
to worry about that. And that's why I say when you get that person that treats you that way, you can't. You have to be open to it. You have to be open
Yes
to it and be
indeed.
willing to submit to somebody who deserves that and who will treat
Exactly.
that gift as it should be treated.
Exactly. Stroking like a true champion of the game of submission. Spoken like a true champion. But we gonna show different types of submissions. Just try to take time to expand on each subject for a while, if possible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We gonna look at some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna look at some
Mhm.
shit. Y'all just think about it. Just think about it.
Submission between husband and wife, fighting submission, chokehold, karate, MMA fighter. Wow. That is. So, fighting submission? I don't know.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is I missed to pin her ass down.
But in chokehold karate MMA,
Is that physical? Is that? I mean, that's not sexual. That's real
no,
fighting.
that's
Fighting.
real fighting.
Oh
Yes.
no, see,
Chokehold,
I can't be fighting my woman, man.
no, but not your woman. It's just saying in that instance. Like, have you ever been in MMA? I'm tapping out. No, I'm not doing it. Like, no, you're not about to be kicking me. None of that for me. Chuck that unless we ass naked. I don't give a damn if we ass naked. I don't want to be kicked, slapped,
Nah,
choke. I don't want none of that shit. No.
nah, that's too
But
physical.
as far as the actual sport itself, I will watch some MMA fighters, but sometimes it gets too rough. I can't watch it.
Well, I don't care. I'm a man. It's barbaric. Whoop his ass. Ain't
Yeah,
no
they
give
can
a
pay
damn.
good money to get their ass to it, but I don't know. I don't want somebody, stepping up and kicking me in my chin.
Shit,
You
I don't
just
know.
step
If a
in
if
and
a if a motherfucker gonna offer me, 30, 40 million, to go on and step in the ring, nigga can kick me hard as hell. Let's just get this over with. Shit, let's just get it over with.
no, I don't want to be kicked,
I just want to
punched.
wake up with my purse. Mm, Just take me to the hospital because he probably kicked about 3 or 4 of my teeth out. Shit, just take me on to the hospital. We can get that shit replaced.
No. And even if this was like sexual, I don't do that either. They do that like I was saying that earlier. It's like
But
uh
what I think would be fun in as far as that, like wrestling, but oil, like bro said, wrestling oil ass naked
with your woman.
with my woman.
That's I don't know. Sexual
But just
submission.
let me win. Let me pin your ass down. Let me get her
But how
done.
you gonna do that if you oily, bro?
A slippery situation.
Yeah, that's very slippery. Like where you go? What like the whole everything gonna be slippery.
Gonna need a whole lot of plastic. You don't fuck some shit up, boy. You need some plastic everything. You don't fuck up your furniture.
Man, that's too much. I can't do the oil.
Yes, sir.
Talk about light play.
Like
No, man.
play. You hear me?
That's some heavy play right there. Some heavy oily play. And then
Oh
BDSM.
yeah.
Um,
I ain't with the BDSM, but I can go with the first part of that. Before the slash, I go first.
literally, she talking about they look like rotisserie chicken and just immediately stop. Literally, like you just rolling around on each other. You can't get nothing popping because everything is slipping and sliding. Like, oh.
See, that's because you only supposed to wrestle for so long. She supposed to give in. Somebody got to give in.
Somebody better put some towels on something so you get some of that oil off.
No, everything got to be wet. Just slip and slide and glide. Nigga, I did it. Trust me, I'm telling you, it can be done.
No, man, I cannot even picture it.
You need plastic over everything. Trust me.
Knocking that meat out of the taco. What did that say? Knocking the meat out of the taco sound good to me with oil on it, huh? You want some
All
grease?
on it. All on it. Whole bottle
Literally
of Johnson and Johnson.
gonna mess
Johnson
up all the
Johnson.
damn furniture. Trying to be rolling around in oil.
And if
No.
Johnson and Johnson, hey, if y'all sales spike up, just give Mr. Drummond a call, please, and thank you.
No, ain't nobody about to be oily rolling around.
Man, it's the
Looking like
best. That's the best shit you could ever do as far as submission, sexual submission. Man, get you a bottle of oil. Don't use it all. That's gonna be too much. About half a bottle, squirt that shit everywhere.
now see that's where I can step the game up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But the BDSM thing, I don't like pain
No.
of no sort. Like I don't
Nope.
like no pain, none,
Nope.
none. I don't like pain.
I just
Like,
go.
that's
I
not
like
pain.
pulling hair. That's slapping ass. That's as far as it's gonna
That ain't
go.
pain. Well, we don't really
Pinching,
feel
pinching
that.
some nipples. You
Like,
know
well,
what
we
I'm
be
saying?
otherwise distracted, so
I
we
don't
don't even
need to
feel the
pull a
nipple. It's
nipple
like
clamps. I don't want to pull those. I don't
I
want to
don't
put
even
a.
like
I
choking.
don't want to strap a ball in your mouth. And you
I
damn
just say,
sure ain't strapping one in mine. You know what I mean? I'm saying.
what do you say?
I
Yes,
don't,
sir. Treat
I
you
don't put
like some
balls in
baby
my
boy.
mouth. Not at all.
This nigga said he gonna treat him like some baby backs. What is wrong with him? Like, what is wrong with him? Who says that?
No, no balls in my mouth. Not at all. You know how them ladies strap their balls in them balls in their mouth?
Yeah, that big the
No,
ball
yeah.
gag. You talking
I
about the
don't
ball
fuck with balls in my mouth. No balls in my mouth. No.
gag? You don't want a ball gag and a dog collar?
No, not at all.
Charisma, right? He ain't no fun. Give him a ball gag and a
Oh shit. Y'all call that
dog
fun?
collar.
Mm-mm. No, you ain't putting me in no leather chaps. You ain't spanking my ass with no types of material.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
We gonna tell your wife to get a little paddle for you.
Oh, a paddle. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I paddle her ass, but I don't know about mine. I ain't
You
like
know
mama
what?
whooping. I ain't like mama whooping my ass, so I know I ain't gonna like no light paddle. You bring back too
So
many
you don't
memories.
like
Soon as
the
she pull out the
paddle.
weapon, I fuck around, get to running.
Remember, right? About to say, remember when we was talking about the sex toys? He almost flipped out. She
Pig
said,
in
"Pig
it,
is sexual
that
submission."
damn show ain't going down. No, mm-mm. I'm glad to know what that shit is, so it can't even be sprung on me no more. Can't even be sprung on me. Mm-mm. Get to talking about pig, and I'm instantly mad. Like what?
She said, "Good wood brush."
No, no.
Megan is a no fucking go. I know, right? I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do it either. I probably don't even know how to pump
Well,
right.
salute to
Like
those who love it, not drizzer.
she said, "You lame, Mr. German.
Hey, lame it is.
Don't put your hands on me and keep your hands out my pockets, and we good."
I swear, shit, I might be lame, but I still got my ass membranes.
I'm not talking to you no more. Who says that? Who says that, bro? Who calls it that?
I have all of the membranes in my ass.
Like who says that?
Me, Mr. Trumpet, tonight on Tantalizing Thursdays. Anybody care to use it?
Oh yes, but it's people out here that like they really, really into this BDSM. It was this show on this network. Um, because I don't want nobody talking about I'm talking about their stuff, but it was about men who was sleeping with women for money. And one of the dudes, it was a girl who put him in, I guess you would call a dick lock. Like it was like this almost the size of his hookup, but it was plastic and she locked it. And he couldn't get hard. If he got hard, it was gonna hurt. So and she put and left him in this for like days, and she paid him a lot of money to do this.
That's
And
like
I
a
was just
chastity belt.
like, it's let's say like maybe it was like a chastity belt for men, because it was literally like a soft penis, what a soft penis would look like, and she put a lock on it, and he couldn't take it off, and he
I
couldn't get
felt
hurt.
the I felt the real fucked up vibe in my feet right then. But
Like
my
that's a part of
my
BDSM,
my dick in a lock?
similar to a chastity belt.
No,
Yeah,
no, oh
yeah,
no. See,
yeah,
unlock the meat.
yes. And I was just like, I was flabbergasted at the things that is a part of the
Damn.
BDSM world, like the stuff that people do, like that they have, well, that they have that or need that they need to achieve the feeling that they want to achieve. I was like, wow, like it really blew my mind that somebody would want that. Was she doing stuff to try and make him hard while he had it on? Yes.
Oh,
She was talking stuff like talking on the phone to him and like walking around in front of him and like different lingerie.
nah,
Only thing that's nice
nah.
back
See, right there, right there, right there. See, right
yeah,
there. That's just gonna cause me to get violent.
Yes. Lady
Cause
had to die.
now it's
Yeah.
like stay away from me or take this off. Cause you ain't gonna play with me,
Yes. That she
and you
did.
ain't gonna and you ain't gonna just be hurting my meat on purpose.
She she said that's porn, Tay Gunner. Exactly. But yeah, like it's hard to imagine that someone would do that. But yeah.
Locking
I
the dick
know,
up.
man. Thank you. Thank you
Locking
for listening to me.
the dick up.
I'll be working like a slave. Had to make them coins. Like my hand itching now. I had to make them coins. But I am back this week.
Man, and she came back to somebody that got the dick locked up. Damn.
I always got a story, don't I?
I can't believe niggas out here putting their dicks in prison.
Yes. Like they look like it's
It's,
like
it's,
it
it's
was just
literal dick prison out here, huh?
Right. Tay over here trying to
Brothers,
get
come on. What up, though,
hey, Frankie.
Frankie? East side now. That would be me. East side just mean I'm excited to see East side. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sexual, no. Sorry,
Sexual
no
submission.
locking up my thing, and no strapping chaps to me, and putting balls in my mouth, and slapping my ass with unsavory things.
It can
No.
it be like whips. Like,
Oh,
have you ever been to the freaky store, bro?
yeah,
Have you ever been like on that side of the room and looked at it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I go with it.
Yep. Like just look
We
and
can just
like
look at it and just be excited about it. Like, ooh, hey, baby, you want to get some? No.
yeah, safe
Hmm?
sexual submission. Safe.
Safe?
Yes.
Yeah, have that.
Safe.
I'm not, having it at all, but be safe with it.
Now, don't tell me you don't submit to your wife sexual. I
I
ain't saying
do.
BDSM. I'm saying just
I do, but she just ain't gonna be plugging me in my rump. Nothing
well,
that
she
has.
know that. I'm pretty sure she know that. But
She
I'm
ain't
talking
gonna
about
spank my rump. All she could do is rub it. Just rub it. Tell me it's cute or something. Just rub it.
would you do a handcuff?
I have had my hands tied to the headboard.
Yeah. So you will do that. So that's submission.
Yeah.
That's like submit. So you trust her. Well, first off, you gotta trust the person you with.
I was I
Like
was a little nervous.
this nigga say cock ring may cut the circulation to your Johnson and Johnson. Where did that come from?
That nigga made me blow smoke rings.
Where did that come from? Where did the cock ring?
But for real though, I don't see how niggas be having shit like that home though, man.
She say, "Let me find out you like booty rubs."
I do like my booty rub. Sure, rub my booty cheeks. They hurt sometimes from sitting in chairs. They need a good rub. Dude, I like y'all butt rub. Oh, shit, my wife would ask me for a butt rubbing. Baby, can you rub my
But that's
butt?
nice. I can go to sleep from a butt rub.
Rub my booty.
Yeah,
Sure, I'll rub it.
that's like de-stressing. Oh, I said the store. Okay, because I was gonna say, where did a cock ring come from? Okay, so that's what he would. That's what he would buy at the store. Or
Man, I don't see how niggas put that shit on though, for real.
I don't have any experience with those, so I don't know.
You
I don't
know,
want to.
I back in
I
the
can
day,
understand.
I had a hard time with like staying hard in a rubber. The rubbers used to fuck with me. So like trying to put shit on my thing. It's just like nah. And then we gonna dive into some more topics after this song. Changes by the Coop. The Coop. Let's get it.
I want that shit to be just like some like personal shit, like shit like okay, like some heartfelt. It was like
came from a past that's filled with pain, but it's passion on your brain, and baby, don't you let that change. All the stress that's on your body can be released if you just stay. I can wipe your fears away, and I don't even need a day, no. Let's just get down to your clothes off. The weight was heavy from this day, come take a load off. And if you wanna feel me, my baby, I'll drop that pole off. Snatch them drawers off, forget your worry, make it float off. Your soul will float off. I can feel your pain, you ain't gotta mention. Just relax your soul, release your inhibitions. I can come through, we can intertwine. I can be your intervention. Just let me hear you. Scream out to me, scream out to me. Scream, yeah.
Be there when you call. Better than your last man, different circumstance. Matter of fact, he can't compare at all. He can't fulfill your needs. You need some room to breathe, space and clarity, tranquility, aromatherapy. Hit my jack if you wanna talk. Hopping in the whip, rolling up a split, pour a sip. We can kick the shit. Talk all night, get that vibe right, handy like your right hand man. Don't give up your plans, you deserve a chance. Sometimes a woman, you need to take a stand. Don't let these niggas tell you no different. You on your shit, stick with it. You in school, then finish. But if you need something more physical, undressing, I get into you. Damn. I know you've been crying from all the things that you've been through. Change you. And your body's crying from all the things that you've been through now. Remove that stress. Matter of fact, let's lose them clothes too. I know you've been crying from all the things that you've been through. Although it hurts, don't let them change you. Body's crying from all the things that you've been through now. Remove that stress. Matter of fact, let's lose them clothes too.
Yes,
Hey, Coopy, yeah.
baby. Yes, love it, love it, love it. I'm trying to tell you them changes. And change you can't through now.
But
Knowing
what does submission mean to y'all with all these changes y'all going through? What do it mean to y'all?
and tell you. Shit, man. But what I want to reiterate on is like what my man was saying too. Like dudes, submission ain't dominating the whole situation and scene. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's you're a guide. You're a leader. You have to make sound decisions, but your queen has input. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes her input will save your ass if you listening. You know what I'm saying? For real. So it's like don't use that power, to dominate your woman and dominate the whole little scene, because it's not for you to dominate. You are a leader. You are a guide. That's what we are. We guides. We are to guide our families to the promised land. And they behind us. They
Yes.
on our backs. It go my queen here, and I got my little ones here. I'm leading and I'm guiding. I ain't smacking them upside the head and dominating the scene. Oh no, don't say that. What you talking about? Nah, because sometimes what she say may save your ass. Trust and believe that. She with you
Tay
for a
had,
reason.
Tay had said it should be called compromising. And then Shonda made a good point after that when she said, some men want you, treat you like a slave, and you're not. So that I think that piggybacks off what you're saying too. But a compromise is just that, a compromise. But a leader, like someone who is leading the family, it can't be two leaders. It can't. It's not going to work. Like you can't have a home where you're the leader, he's the leader. You want to wear the pants, he want to wear the pants. It's not going to work because a man's ego is a part of his genius. You know what I mean? So he needs that outside of the house. When he's in the house, he drops that ego. He becomes the head of the house. You know what I mean? So I think it's two different things. Like compromising is just that, a compromise. He thinks one way, you think another way, and you find that happy medium. But when it comes to submission, you know what I mean? That means that you are the head. I'm right behind you. We're I'm not saying I'm less than you, but we're following you, and you're leading us to those places where we need to go with the family. So I think it's two different things they got.
You know what I'm saying? And then the women, they have to understand that as a man that's leading, you have to see what he's leading. Stop running your mouth and just see the vision. See where he guiding you. Because if he with you, for one, just like for real, if the relationship is for really real, then you got to trust him to lead. And if you see something ahead of him, then you like, wait a minute, I don't think we should be going that way. And here's where it comes, fellas. She gonna say that like, hey, baby, I don't think we should be going that way. And you don't listen, you fuck.
That's why we see the world in two different ways. We're emotional, men are not. Men see the world without emotion for the most part.
Basically.
Men are logical. They see the world black-white. You know what I'm saying? We can see the other stuff that's coming that a man might overlook because he's not emotional. He's built to navigate.
Because he's a brute force motherfucker. It's brute. See, sometimes in that brute, your lady can grab your arm and pull your arm back and say, nah, this one don't need that. This one don't need that. And you got to listen to it. Saves your ass. You know what I'm saying? Yep. She has input. You know what I'm saying? Even in the game of chess, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board, but you still don't win till you capture the king. So you can be the most powerful piece, queen, but the game ain't over till they get me. Just be powerful for me. That's all I need. That's all we need. Just be powerful for me.
Just know your role.
Else gonna be what it is.
Whatever role works for your family, you have to worry about how your role plays a part, because every part of the family has a role. You know what I'm saying? So if you are the breadwinner and you're going out into the world and you're making the money and he's playing his role, you leave that outside of your home. That's two separate worlds. You separate that. So, and then you have a lot of people, because I don't want to just say a certain class of individuals, but that have submitted to the other and have been hurt. So they drag that with them.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not fair. Every house has different roles. So whatever works for your family, let that work for your family. Right.
I don't know. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I don't know, because like I say, then you have to take it back to the good book. It just can't be what works for the family. It has to be in order. It starts at the top. Then right here, it's somebody. It's somebody, because at the top there's the Father and the Son.
Spiritual submission.
Now then underneath that there's me, the king. There's me. I'm next. I'm right there. Then there's
protect and love the village.
And there is our children. It has to be in order, right under the umbrella. It has to be in order for it to work. But if you live in how you live, and you just letting it work for your family, I'm not saying you won't be blessed. Just don't expect much, because it's not in order.
I agree in a sense. It's some nasty ass habits from wrong leading. It is, because some people have been led wrong, and even in spiritual, we can even go into the spiritual submission. Some people have been led wrong. True. You know what I'm saying? So, they once they figure it out, they become so hardened and they build a brick wall, and they miss out on a lot of their blessings because of that. Everything that you go through, physical submission, whatever, everything, that's all a part of making you a better person. All a part of making you supposed to learn from that. You're not supposed to hate people or be bitter or you're supposed to learn from your hardships. So you you keep that in the back of your mind, but you don't carry it with you like luggage. So if you see that again, then it's okay. I can't. That's not for me. I'm gonna move on. You know what I mean? But you just learn from it and you figure it out. Like you can't just say, oh, because I got done wrong 3 times, I ain't getting done wrong no more, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just be, I'm gonna be all about me,
Right.
but expect something different in your mate. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
All you do is move that person, whatever. Like if it happened with that person, move them over to the category of, okay, well, he go over there in the category of ain't shit niggas.
Well,
And then you'll move on. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that with you. Just put him where he belongs, in the category where it belongs.
we got a
Then you
question.
move on. What's the question?
Will you submit if your mate don't believe or believe in another religion? Would you submit then?
We have
I
to
don't
come
think it
to
would
this.
ever work.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, go ahead, bro. You go ahead.
I was going to say, to answer it, I would probably know well ahead of time before really getting into a relationship that this person don't believe. So one, I ain't gonna even get caught up in that. Another religion, we have to sit down and really talk, and I really have to get to know the religion. You know what I'm saying? Like get some understanding about it before I even make a conscious decision to say yes or no. And if I feel like it don't coincide with what my religion is or what I believe, then no go.
Because I would say, I'm a Christian, so I believe in being equally yoked. And I believe that if you're not equally yoked, then that means being 2 different religions. Not saying that the religion is wrong or right. I don't have that basis to say none of that. All I can say is I'm a Christian. So I don't think that it will work, because if you believe one way and I believe another, it's always going to be a clash.
Yeah. Because it has to be equal understanding. That's why I say if it's not a corresponding with what I know and what I believe, then I can't even do it. Ain't no sense in even messing around with it, because we gonna clash anytime the subject of religion comes up. So it'd be like, ain't no
It's gonna
sense in
be a
arguing.
constant battle.
Right. Ain't no sense
And
in
that's
arguing.
what Shonda and Charisma was saying. You get to know each other better before you get into a deep relationship. If it's flesh driven, then that means you don't need to be with it anyway, Tagana.
Yeah.
If it's flesh driven, that's lust and all kinds of stuff. Like that's not gonna work on no level.
Yeah.
Because I always say that's the last part of in my, being in a relationship. That's the last part. Like I'm getting to know you first, and then we eventually, if I'm liking you, then we build up to wanting to get to that. So that's definitely lust.
And all the others, like I say, like the whole, like the submission to God, that takes a whole lot of
humbling.
Perfect word.
Humbling.
That takes a whole lot of humbling, for real. You have to really humble yourself to then be submissive to the good man up above. That means you walk in the straight and narrow, for real, because the path of righteousness is very narrow. It's very narrow.
Oh yeah.
And then when you decide to do that, hey, I commend you 100%. Because hey, that take guts.
Yes.
Everybody ain't built for that type of submission.
People just don't want to work at anything. Submission between husband and wife. That's another one. I think that's a part of it too. Like, no one wants to work at anything. They just, they think it's just, oh, we meet, we fall in love, we live happily ever after. We're gonna live in this big castle. You're gonna take care of me. You're gonna make millions and buy me furs. I just think a lot of people have a lot of unrealistic expectations, and when it comes to submission, they treat submission like, they treat submission like that's going to jail. Like they treat it like it's a bad thing, and it's not supposed to be a bad thing. Like my man said, it's supposed to be a beautiful dance. It's supposed to be when you meet that right person as a woman, in my opinion, when I met my husband and we started to build up and get that relationship, and I got to know him, and I got to understand the man he was, it made me want to submit, and I didn't even, it wasn't a thought. It was just, I'm a woman, I'm soft. You know what I mean? I don't want to be hard. I want my man to be that hard man, and he works a man job. He do what men does. He cuts the grass, and takes the trash out and stuff like that. But I didn't mind submitting to my husband. It was never a problem for me, because he showed me that I could trust him to submit to him, if you get what I'm saying. Like, we got a few comments that I missed.
Shonda's question.
Do you think people should be submissive to each other before getting married, or should they only be between spouses?
I think practice makes permanent. I think, because if you're with each other and you feel like you're going to get married, like, okay, we with each other, and I feel like we might take that jump, then yeah, because practice makes permanent. You know what I'm saying? That makes perfect. It makes permanent. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should at least start practicing. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just messing around and doing some old crazy shit, nah. Just do whatever that is, and then get the fuck on and find your real mate and become submissive to that person.
Charisma says she think it should be between spouses, and I agree, Lady Dimples, because I don't want equal rights when it comes to manly stuff. And Dominique has said something too, and Tay Gunner. I missed both their comments. Got to have the right person to submit to. Got to know how to lead in order for me to follow. I know that's right.
Because
and that goes,
it's only meant for the right two people.
No, it'd be all good in the beginning for some folk, then it turn into arguments. Whoa, yeah. Maybe that person figures out that's not what they want.
Right, because like I say, you got some women out here that word just like cussing at them, submitting, shit, please. You know what I'm saying? That's a no-go. They ain't doing it, and they'll stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, for me as a husband, I have no problem with it, because that's just what it is. But I say to men and women that think about getting married, you know what I'm saying? It's a fun day. It is. It's a beautiful day. You watch your bride walk down to you. You have a beautiful party. You get drunk. But after that, the shit really begins. Life begins at that. So it's like, don't ignore your fucking vows, man. Y'all took vows, and it is like right after that, y'all ignore the motherfuckers. Well, you took them in the sight of God. Well, it is even, well, I ain't gonna say that part, but you took them in the sight of God, and then forget that you took them in the sight of God. There's rules to it that y'all failed to abide by. I didn't abide by them the first time. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up royally. I did some fucked up shit, but hey, it all comes around till you see I'm good at it the second time around. That was one of my favorite songs. The second time around. Yeah.
All right, and so it is time for Charisma's Corner.
Eastside, let's go Charisma!
Submission. Oh, hey friends. Hope all is well. I'm just thinking about today's topic, submission, and what does that really mean? The Oxford Dictionary defines submission as the action or fact of accepting or yielding to the superior force or authority of another person. This term could also be found in the Bible to describe The hierarchy of a family household. Children are in submission to their parents, wives are in submission to their husbands, and husbands are in submission to the Lord. As our country has evolved, women have gained stronger independence and roles in society. Many women feel submission means inferiority or a degradation of self and dependence. Not independence, dependence. Many men feel submission simply means to allow men to lead. But you know what? Both can be true. It depends on a variety of conditions: how people are raised, their personal needs, their desires, their religious beliefs. Submission means different things to everyone. And what works for you may not work well for someone else. But that's not for us to determine. You know, there's also submission in S&M, but that's a topic for another day. I'm Charisma Knows Best, and you can find me here on the Council Detroit. And this has been Charisma's Corner. Those are my thoughts for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Charisma always say it like it is.
Charisma in the building. Yes, indeed. Facts.
Yes, that was like 100%.
You always
facts.
come
Like
through with it, I'm telling you.
Yes. The whole.
Hey, if y'all have some problems too, I got a plug. If y'all have some problems, I'm telling you, man, hook up with Charisma Knows Best. She might get you together, get that head together. You know what I'm saying? Get you right.
Yes, she is always on point, and she's educated. College.
East side.
College. We go to college around here.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about something else too. A lot of people, I don't want to say women, like I said, I try to keep it general, but a lot of people don't like to submit to because they feel like she says degradation, or it's like dumbing themselves down. It feels like they've done all of this to build themselves up, and they don't feel like they should have to submit to someone. And I think they're just thinking way above. They're just thinking way too broad for what the actual word itself means. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're thinking that it's just like this big thing that's going to destroy me or make me less than who I am, or they're going to lose themselves by submitting to someone else. And don't get me wrong, it is a tug of war. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in a family, for anybody, it's kind of hard not to lose yourself in the day-to-day, because you have that conundrum and monotony of day-to-day life. It's really hard to not lose yourself. But if you take the time and make the time, you know, sometimes you just have to make the time, schedule it in, me time, times for me to just clear my mind and just think about nothing and just relax. You have to have self-care, take a bath, you know, go for a walk. You know, it really does make a difference. Charisma, we love you too, girl.
Go on there, we love you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it be like that too, sis, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I mean, people have to realize where they stand though, you know what I'm saying, and understand the umbrella. See, it's about the umbrella. You have to know that if your guy, if the guy that you with, your husband, you know, whatever that may be, if he not at the Father's feet, then you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar you're not being guided in the right way. So it start with him. And then your submission comes in trusting him being at the Father's feet. Mm-hmm. And then your children see your trust in him. They gain the trust in him and the trust in you for trusting in him. Therefore, they come up in the way that they should, and then they will go that way.
You know, it's like, you know, being able to see the whole picture. You know, I just think that's a great way of the way he explained it. Fantasia's husband, being able to be ahead and try to predict things that are going to happen. And it's funny because in a relationship, like my first marriage, I was the pants wearer. Like I had to be because he had no backbone. You know what I mean? So I had to be. So I knew if I was to get married again, because I never said that I wouldn't, if I was to get married again, that's not what I wanted. Because I wasn't happy. It was miserable. Because, I just knew that wasn't what I wanted. So when it did come to me in, later years and as time passed on, I recognized it and I understood it. And I understood that I had to go through that to get here. But yet still, I have to submit to my husband. I've noticed some women that think like they end up in abusive relationships because they won't let the man lead and be a man. Maybe. Because a man only going to take so much. A man only going to take so much, not saying it's right. But you can't demean a man, constantly and think he either going to stick around or not slap you eventually. In my serious relationships, what it say? I stood on whatever that was, business. That didn't show up. So he's like, I guess maybe I stood on business. Because that didn't show up. What about men that don't want to? That's right too.
You taking a big risk, with a man that don't want to lead. That's taking a big risk. So it'd be like if he don't want to lead, that kind of make him spineless. So if he's spineless and don't want to lead, then that leave cracks in all defenses. A nigga slap you and he ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's worthless. But I do got this.
Remove them.
For real.
Remove him. I know that's right.
But I'm gonna say this. I got this. I got a little drink coming out for all my ladies out there and my gentlemen who fuck around with the martinis. You know what I'm saying? I got a little line coming out. Y'all might not can't see it, but it's called Signature 7. And this like, my caramel apple right here, you know what I'm saying? This is my big bottle right here that's gonna be coming. Now these are my little bottles. They ain't got the labels on them yet, but these gonna be my little bottles. That's gonna be my cucumber martini. That's how it looks. I got my strawberry martini. This how it's gonna look. You know what I'm saying? I got something for all you. I know the ladies really love martinis, but hey fellas, y'all can check on me into when I got that peach on deck. You know what I'm saying? So for all my martini lovers, holla at your boy Mr. Drummond, and I put some flavors on you. I got them coming. You know what I'm saying? I'll be down at Blues in the Park on Shane and Frederick on Sunday. Yes, indeed. I'll be down there. I'll be ready to go. So y'all come down and support your boy, because I will be there. Like I said, martinis will be on deck. And I hope to see all y'all there. I hope to support. Hope y'all support me. I hope you do. Hope you love your boy. Signature 7. Premium bottle martinis. I got you.
Sig 7.
Sig 7. Sig teenies.
With the gang.
With the gang. I'm trying to tell you. Come on down and support. Oh yeah, my sister be having her little edibles down there and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all just be having a real good time. You know what I'm saying?
All men are built to lead. Because Shonda said, unfortunately, all men aren't built to lead. I think all men are built to lead, but I think it's like charisma. They don't want the responsibility of leading. So I think they have the capability. They just don't want that responsibility.
Well, I don't know, man. Like I say, a man that don't want to lead, I mean, shit. Yeah, what is your army gonna do?
I just don't like. That's kind of like what men do. That's like what they do. Like, I'm a leader, Chuck. Right? Like that's. I don't know men that aren't.
Like I said, you can't be a leader without going to get your instructions.
Well, let me say, ain't no men in my life that aren't leaders.
For real, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even trust the person driving me nowhere. So shit, I know they leave me. Shit, I'm looking. If I'm in the passenger seat, I'm looking harder than you at the road. Like, shit.
You sound like, babe. You like, I'll drive myself. My leg can be broke, arm twisted. I'll still drive myself. I know I can get myself there.
Trust it. I trust and believe that I'm gonna get there, get back. I don't trust your foot. No, but my wife drives. She drives pretty good. Oh, feed that nigga 6'7", and maybe he may lead. Yeah, get that nigga some of these 6'7s. He might get that leadership in his bones.
You give him the courage.
You know what I'm saying? If Red Bull can make you fly, shit, 6'7" can give your ass strength. You see, it give you strength, my nigga. Give you good strength.
It take the whole watch of blood.
And that was still on Tantalizing Thursdays. Shit.
Man. But yeah, this was a very good show tonight. I liked all of the commentary, the chat. This
the chat
was a really good show
I was saying some shit tonight. That's for real.
I love that. Yeah, like I love that because, well, might as well get my final thoughts. Because I think submission is a beautiful thing. Like I really do, and especially when it's with, like my brothers say, the right two people.
Yeah.
Submission can be wonderful. It's like he said, a beautiful dance, you know. And if you submit to someone and they're not doing what they're supposed to do with that wonderful gift that you've given them, you have all rights and privileges to take it back, because you're never going to fail you. You don't have to allow someone else to fail you in whatever submission form we're talking about, whatever part of it, whatever form of submission is, because there's several different types. But if you give somebody that gift of your submission and they abuse it, you have all rights and privileges to take it back, and don't be afraid to take it back. So this has been a beautiful show, and I love this show. Yes, that's me and my leader in the background. Right there.
For real. You know, my final thoughts, I guess, I'm going to say, one, don't be scared to submit. You know, as a woman, you know, I'm just going to speak on the relationship roles of marriage. You know, the thing that kind of bops the shit out of marriage is you know, that whole, nah, I'm not submitting and this and that. Well, don't be afraid, because if you're afraid to submit, that means your man ain't being a leader and you don't trust him. Okay, well then there's some real pimp decisions got to be made. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you either gonna have to find a leader and let this wimp shrimp go, because he's showing that. If you scared, because you scared to submit and you ain't gonna give him that, nah, he ain't no leader. He's spineless. He ain't ready. But for those who willing to do that, just make sure he checking in and really, well, I ain't gonna say that, but just make sure he checking in. And if he ain't checking in, he ain't leading, he ain't getting his instructions. The instructions come from up there. And then I'll say, smoke responsibly. Drink these martinis responsibly. And take care of your motherfucking kids out there. You hear me? And before we leave, stay right here, ready for somebody to win. But you gotta be subscribed. Stay right here. I told you I was on the show. These is the earbuds, the earpods. I hope I said that right. I might get jumped on. But whichever, you gotta be subscribed to win. And we gonna let y'all know how to win these. But you gotta subscribe. So come on and subscribe to the council. Tantalizing Thursday. Come on and holler at your boy Mr. Drummond and Lady Dimples and win these, because y'all know y'all like them. And you know you want them. You see them, you know you want them. So go on and subscribe. Get your subscribe on, and we'll tell you how to win them. Coming up pretty soon. Don't forget about these coming soon. The Council Friday tomorrow night. And we love you. Good night.